line is proper. This line is business. And neither do his nephew, and neither do his business. You may find him chubby, you may find him fat, but he will disagree with you. He likes himself like that.
Contestant number 44, Bryan Francisco from the Law School Morphology News Section.
Uncle James by Margaret May. My Uncle James was a terrible man. He cooked his wife in the frying pan. She's far too tender to bake or boil. He cooked her up in peanuts oil. But sometime later, a month or more, there came a knock on my uncle's door. A great green devil was standing there. He caught my uncle by the hair. Are you the uncle that cooked his wife and leads such a terribly wicked life? My uncle yelled like an old tomcat, but the devil took him for all of that. Oh, take a tip from my Uncle James. Don't throw stones and don't call names. Just be as good as ever you can, and never put ants in the frying pan.
Contestant number 45, Nicole Cito from School of Nations.
Sneasels by A. Milne. Christopher Robin had weasels and sneasels. They bundled him into his bed. They gave him what goes with a cold in the nose and some more for a cold in the head. They wondered if weasels could turn into measles, if sneezels would turn into mumps. They examined his chest for a rash and the rest of his body for swellings and lumps. They sent for some doctors in sneezels and measles to tell them what ought to be done. All sorts of conditions of famous physicians came hurrying round at a run. They all made a note of the state of his throat. They asked if he suffered from thirst. They asked if the sneezels came after the weasels, or if the first sneasel came first. They said if you teasel a sneezle or weasel, a measle may easily grow. But humor or pleasel the weasel or sneezle, the measle will certainly go. They expounded the reasons for sneezels and weasels, the manner of measles